Episode 9, Invisible Loads, What Businesses Still Get Wrong About Childless Women. Hey y'all, welcome back to Holding the Line, a Logistics at a Crossroads podcast. I'm Gia. And today's episode, this one hits closer to home than most. And with Mother's Day coming up on Sunday, I wanted to let you know a few things and share a few things and remind those around you that when I shared my story on LinkedIn a few months ago about being a childless woman, I wasn't sure what to expect. What I got was overwhelming. Messages poured in from women across industries and generations saying they finally felt seen. So this episode is for them. And for every leader willing to pause, listen, and rethink how we define commitment in the workplace. I'm childless, not by choice. I'm an ovarian cancer survivor. I've experienced pregnancy several times, but I've never held my child in my arms. I've known grief, and I've kept showing up every day, meeting deadlines, leading teams, and holding the line. But let me be clear. Being childless doesn't mean I have less responsibility or more free time. That's a very dangerous assumption. That women without children are always available, that we're less burdened, more flexible, or somehow on standby. And that assumption is wrong. Many of us are caregivers, just in a different way. We check in on the aging parents. We help raise our nieces and nephews. We mentor, we volunteer, we support, and we carry invisible loads that don't show up on an HR form. And let's talk about where it really happens in break rooms and offices all across America and the world. Can you stay late? They have to go pick up their kids. You don't have family at home, so you're good for Saturday, right? Oh, can you cover that weekend shift again? This isn't flexibility, it's inequity. And it's not just happening to me. It's happening across our workforce. We're not resentful, we're exhausted. We're not bitter, we're overlooked. We're not less committed. We're just often the default. And when companies define one family through biology, they erase the complexity of real lives. In business, where meeting deadlines and adapting to unpredictable demands are the norm, childless women often face a unique kind of pressure. Despite the growing focus on diversity and inclusion, we're frequently overlooked. And we're unfairly expected to compensate for coworkers with parenting responsibilities. Let's break it down. Misunderstood responsibilities. We may not have children, but many of us care for aging parents, disabled siblings, or even provide a deep community support. We care for pets, we volunteer, and we serve. And we do it with our heart. Unfair expectations. When a parent has to leave early, the childless coworker often picks up the slack. We're the extra coverage, the can you just people. Limited flexibility. Request for time off normally favors family-related needs first. We're left asking, do I matter less? Endless availability. There's a silent expectation that we'll say yes every time. And the weight of that adds up. The result? burnout, frustration, feeling invisible. And in business, where team morale is everything, these dynamics can quietly corrode even the best operations. And the data doesn't lie. So let's zoom out. Women are transforming business. We always have. And we have the industry stats to prove it. Gender diverse teams make better decisions 73% of the time. Companies with a diverse leadership are 25% more likely to outperform their peers. Inclusive teams see higher employee retention, morale, and innovation. But let's zoom in a little further on childless not-by-choice women. And the stats are sobering. I'm 1 in 5. 1 in 5 women reach midlife without having a child. Of those, 80% are childless not by choice. We wanted children, we couldn't have them. And 1 in 4 pregnancies end in miscarriage, often silently. Among C and BC women, 1 in 4 has experienced multiple pregnancy losses. And many that are able undergo costly and emotionally draining fertility treatments, often without benefit coverage or even emotional support. And yet, workplace policies rarely acknowledge these experiences. There's no grief leave for a failed IVF, no true recognition of caregiving beyond parenthood. Just the quiet assumption that we'll stay late, show up early, and never need time off because we're free. We must stop conflating absence of children with absence of responsibility. So what do we do about it? It starts with intention. Stop assuming no kids means more capacity. Acknowledge all forms of caregiving, including emotional and community labor. Start scheduling based on bandwidth, not biology. Build time off and shift coverage policies with fairness in mind, not convenience. Even small moments matter. Try this at your next team meeting. Instead of asking, "Do you have kids?" ask, "What brings you joy outside of work? What's something you're passionate about? What helps you recharge at the end of a day?" These tiny, small shifts open the space up for everyone. No assumptions, just connections. Businesses are built on precision. So let's apply that same intentionality to our people. Inclusion isn't a trend. It's a practice. It's recognizing the silent strength of your team. It's valuing the folks who always show up, even when no one's waiting at home. It's redefining commitment in a way that honors all paths. If this spoke to you, share it. If it challenged you, lean into it. I want to hear your stories. What invisible loads are you carrying? What assumptions do you wish leaders would unlearn? Let's keep the conversation going. I also want to say Happy Mother's Day to my mama and to my best friends' moms and all to my girlfriends that are mamas that have blessed me with their children. I am not just an aunt. I'm an honorary aunt and the best out there. That's just my thoughts. I've been blessed. I might not have my own kids, but I do have some amazing friends and family who share their babies with me. So I want to thank them, thank those mamas out there, and wish them a very happy Mother's Day. But just take a minute to look at your friend who's been there for you and remember them on Mother's Day too. Because just because they don't have their baby doesn't mean they're not a mama. Whether it's to a pet, whether it's to a niece, a nephew, to the neighborhood kids, or their nieces and nephews' friends. Take a moment and remember them. You've been listening to Holding the Line, a Logistics at a Crossroads podcast. Subscribe, share, and follow us for more honest conversations at the intersection of logistics and life. And as always, I'll be navigating the crossroads right along with you.